Hey, Rest Friends. My name is Edie.
And my name is Teddy.
And you are listening to the Wrestfriends podcast. Now, because this episode is a special pay-per-view, Double or Nothing post-show, you can also go on YouTube and find this in a video format. And because we are doing this special pay-per-view episode, we could not do it ourselves, just me and Teddy. We had to get a very special guest, a fan favorite of the show, Brittni Sacco. Brittni, how are you, friend?
Great. How are you guys?
We are so good.
Very giggly, so.
Girl.
Very giggly. I wonder why.
I know.
If you guys saw what was happening before we pressed record, like
for 40 minutes.
The conversations you would have paid to listen to what we were talking about, okay?
Oh, yeah. 100%.
I mean, especially with Brittni involved, she has so many followers. I'm sure every man that has a crush on her and woman that has a crush on her would love to know what she just talked about to us. It was exclusive. You guys have no idea what she talked about.
And you will never know what was said.
Nope.
The sisterhood of wrestling is very real right now. Guys, that Double or Nothing pay-per-view, wow. Like, it was insane. And I think I was like super excited because the moment that you saw the fans, you were like, oh my God, like the crowd is here. Like, it's fantastic. Like, Brittni, what was your first thought when you saw the fans?
My first thought was, I am so jealous. I can't, like, I'm sure you guys felt the same way. I was so jealous, but I was so happy that all of the wrestlers got that reaction. You could see them just like, some of them would stare out in the crowd and you could just feel that they were happy to have a crowd back. Yeah. That was so exciting.
Wrestfriend, were you jealous? Were you wishing that you were there?
Absolutely. Not only as an AEW fan, but also as a wrestling fan, because a lot of these people, it was their first show since either 2020 or 2019, because a lot of people didn't get to go to a show in 2020.
Yeah.
That's true.
So yeah, I was definitely very jealous, but an announcement that was made later on in the show made me not so jealous, but I know we'll talk about that later.
Yeah, so let's talk about the buy-in match, and that was Riho versus Serena Deeb. Wrestfriend, how do you feel about Serena?
You would ask me that question knowing damn well.
Oh, I'm excited about this.
No, you know what? You know what's so funny? Okay, in my notes, what I have is that it was a great match.
Okay.
And I do dislike Serena. But I have to admit that woman is great in the ring. So it's a little bit hard to admit just because I am kind of annoyed, ever since the whole news that apparently she was dating Marty Skrull. I don't know if she still is, but I think that's weird, right? We've said this before on the podcast. Like, we think it's weird that she would be dating someone like Marty Skrull after, what happened. So that's the reason why I dislike her. I think that's very, very weird. But I gotta admit, the woman is good in the ring. She's the NWA champ for a reason.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and it was a championship match. Did you, Britt, did you think that, like, Riho maybe had a chance of taking the belt away?
I honestly thought Riho was going to win. That's what I thought.
Really?
I really did. I like her.
Yes.
I think she's so cute and so awesome in the ring.
Yeah, I like her.
Yes, I agree.
I like her too, and I do think that she had a chance. But, like, am I mad that Serena kept the belt? No. But, like, do I like her same, Teddy? Also, no. So internally, in debate, like, but I don't know. I guess I was just excited to see the fans and, like, them be so excited to, like, finally see people.
Yeah, and that's what I was going to say. I wasn't upset at the fact that they were the buy-in match because the crowd gave them so much love. The crowd was so happy when they saw both Serena and Riho come out. And the way that they were reacting to the match was beautiful. I loved the whole thing. I loved the match and I loved the atmosphere of the match.
And we wish we were there.
Oh, yeah.
100%.
So the first match of the show was Hangman Adam Page versus Brian Cage. And what a crazy match, because Hangman came out. I've never seen a crowd go more wild for Hangman than people were at Double or Nothing. And I was like, oh, I wish I was there, like FOMO, right? And Wrestfriend, how did you feel about this match?
Why do you wish you were there, Wrestfriend?
I cannot with you right now. Wrestfriend, your jealousy, it doesn't even need to be here.
So cute.
Like,
okay.
But it's here.
Yes.
Well, let me just say I cannot control my feelings, so I'm sorry if I act jealous, my friend. I'm sorry, I can't control it.
I know,
But
I know.
first of all, I was not expecting to see Hangman first thing. I was not expecting for his match to be first. It caught me off guard, but I'm happy that he did come out first. I think that was a nice little. For me, it was like a nice little surprise, and also I love that huge pop that he got because I heard that him and Britt Baker got the biggest pop of the night. And so I thought that was really nice. His face, he genuinely looked really happy. I don't know, I'm so proud of him. I'm so happy for him. I thought the match, I think he looked like a star. I think he is a star, first of all. But I thought that against someone as big as Brian Cage, Adam Page stood out a lot. I don't know. I'm not a fan of Brian Cage, and I don't really enjoy his wrestling. I don't enjoy him in the ring. So I really thought that Hangman Page stood out a lot, but I don't know. I could be biased.
Yeah, Britt, what did you think?
I'm sure it's a little bit of both, Teddy. I thought, honestly, that was one of my favorite matches of the night. Yeah. I really thought it was great. Teddy, don't hate me. I think it was so cool. Yeah, I think Hangman Page, I think got, what was it, like the second biggest pop. So it must have been Britt Baker was the first, because I remember seeing like the crowd go crazy, like even more crazy than that for someone else. So it must have been Britt Baker. But I liked how they snuck in all the little things with like Team Taz.
Yes.
And like that he didn't want to like use the belt to like fight with Hangman. And I was like, okay, nice clean match and like do all this stuff. And I thought it was really cool and do everything by the book, which made it an even better match in my opinion, because it made them do like a clean fight, which I really enjoyed.
Right. Yeah, there was a part in the match where like Brian was doing like bicep curls with Hangman, and I was like,
I know,
holy shit, like dude, you're so strong.
Yeah, it's like we all know he's strong, but he like keeps reminding us of how strong it is, and I'm like, oh my god, I forgot.
Yeah, I know, it's insane. That man is humongous. That man is freaking huge.
I know, it's insane. And he doesn't sweat that much either. Is another thing I've realized. Yes. Does anyone ever notice that? Yeah, like a lot of Brian Cage. No. Anyway, like like a lot of big guys, they get very sweaty and they get tired very fast. He's like, cardio is awesome.
Oh, okay.
I know that's like a random thing to notice, but I know it's like little weird things like that.
I love the fact that Ricky Starks came out to interrupt this match. Yes. I feel like it really added something, because I was like, oh man, now you're gonna have beef in between Team Taz. Like this is a story builder, which I loved, because Hangman also looks good, but now you got something besides that match to get like another storyline to get yourself invested into Dynamite. And they cost him the match, so Brian walked out of there pissed, which I mean, I'm glad Hangman won, right?
Yeah. Oh yeah.
And you know what, you're bringing up Ricky Starks. It really like the thought of him having more part of Team Taz makes me very excited, because I know Ricky Starks can outshine all of them. I know Brian Cage is great. I know Hams is great, but Ricky Starks has I don't know.
It's that little spark, like a little star power. Like you see
I'm pretty sure you guys know what I'm talking about, because it's Ricky Starks, right? So yeah, I think he's a very smart man, and I don't know. Let's see how long he's going to be using his neck injury as an excuse for Brian Cage not to touch him, because Brian Cage has been frustrated with the entire team. Taz.
Talk about being loyal. Like he's like, okay, I'm not going to mess with you until your neck is like good, because I'm not trying to be petty. Like another person would never.
Yeah, I think he like charged at him for a second, and Ricky was like, my neck.
Yes.
Smart man. Like, oh, you guys are funny.
They got jokes.
And even Taz too, I think when he was like commentating, he said something about, I don't remember what happened, but there was like a move or something happened. And he goes, we didn't talk about this. And I was like, oh, so he's like, because they kind of probably strategized. And he's like, oh, now he's like going off on his own a little bit. Yeah. So I was like, everyone had like a little piece of the puzzle put together. It's pretty good.
Dang, Brian was going to get grounded by Taz. Like when they went backstage, he's like, wait till we get home.
Yeah, no more gym for you. No more gym for you, young man.
You know what? And I look up to people like Taz that are very detailed when it comes to wrestling, because I could never hold that much knowledge in my brain.
Oh, yeah.
Like when it comes to like Taz and Excalibur on the commentator's desk, like table, those two men are smart. They point everything out. They know everyone's history. They know every wrestling move. And I'm like, I wish.
I wish.
I know.
To hold all of the knowledge that they have. Definitely insane. Let's talk about the next match, which was the Young Bucks versus Jon Moxley and Eddie Kingston. And the Young Bucks came out in some like fake Juicy Couture vibe kind of outfits, looking like some, what is it, Hubba Bubba Gum? Do you guys know that? Like, I love their outfits. Oh my God, everything about the Young Bucks right now. Are you here for this new Young Bucks, Britt?
No, I don't like it.
You don't like it? Anything? Not even the Dior Jordans?
No.
Like,
heck no. I don't know why, but I like them as like baby faces.
I was gonna say, I think Britt likes the baby faces.
I do. I don't know. They're like, I can't hate them for some reason. Like every time that they do something like mean, I'm like, no, you don't mean it. You not, no. Like you're just, no, you can't. Yeah. I don't believe it.
Yeah, I agree. Yeah, no, I feel that.
That's the only reason why I'm not a big fan of them as heels.
I was my anxiety was at an all-time high because Matt, the whole wrestling match, was chewing gum. And like you saw him, like people were like choking him and he was like, and I was like, Matt, stop it. Why would you not get rid of your gum before you went into whatever? He's a professional, right? I guess he's
That's funny.
Right, Wrestfriend, because I was gonna say, because he's been doing this for years. He's been chewing gum and wrestling, or chewing gum and beating people up for years.
Mm-hmm.
I guess he has that what do you call it? That habit and that strong jaw, I guess, because I can't chew gum for that long. Like I gotta end up throwing it out after a little while, you know.
I get you, Wrestfriend.
Teddy,
why
you
get her laughing like that? You're making me think right now, like the.
I'm sorry. Tell us how you feel about the match, Wrestfriend. How do you?
Okay. First of all,
oh my God,
I have so many first of all. Okay. I am really happy for all the Eddie Kingston fans and how excited. First of all, how excited they got when he first debuted with his new theme song. He didn't debut, but they debuted his new theme song, Wild Things, and I think the way the fans get so excited and happy, I'm like, I love that because I don't know that feeling. I didn't know Eddie Kingston before AEW.
Mm-hmm.
But then, anyway, Moxley as well. I love the way that Moxley, I get so excited every time he comes out because he knows how to make an entrance without even doing anything. Like he literally does nothing and he comes out and you're just so hyped for the match because it's Mox, right? At least that's how I feel. And then the Young Bucks. I mean, come the fuck out. Those are my boys. Through my eyes, they can do no wrong. Their gear is always on point. I don't care what anyone thinks. To me, those guys are the top dogs in the wrestling business.
Yeah.
Oh, those are strong words, Wrestfriend.
I love them. I don't know. Again, I'm being biased, but you know what? I love them. I literally love the way they work in the ring. I love the way they work their every character that they come up with. Yeah. They make it work. And plus I've met them and they're such sweethearts that's why I have such I don't know, I guess high expectations and they always do great.
They are very nice. There was a part in this match where Mox started bleeding. I have no idea how, but like in a lot of these matches, the guys just start bleeding out of nowhere. And it's not just like a small little cut, right? Like it's full on blood. And Mox was like, he looked like a raccoon because he had like the blood around his eyes.
And then with his like blue eyes, it like just stands out so much more. I love blood.
Oh my God, Brittni, I forgot.
Love blood in matches. Yes, we talked about this.
So tell us how you felt as soon as you saw blood in this match.
Cool. Oh my God, I just scream every time I see blood. In a good scream. I'm like, heck yeah. But I don't know, it's so cool. And then there was like all over the Young Bucks like hands and then their outfits. And I'm like, ooh, yeah, let's go.
Yes. I feel that because let me bring up two moments recently that happened in AEW where people are bleeding. You guys saw Christopher Daniels, right? Mm-hmm. When how the Young Bucks beat him up and he was bleeding like crazy. I was like, holy shit, I'm a fan of Christopher Daniels and him bleeding. I'm like, this is how he's going to go out. I don't think there's any cooler way to go out, but bleed as much as he was. I know I feel bad because he was very beaten up and Christopher Daniels is already, he's up there in age. But then also on Dynamite this week, Hangman was bleeding, and holy moly, oh my goodness, I have him as my lock screen. Like the picture of him bleeding is on my lock screen.
Wrestfriend, can you show us? We have a
show us.
We're on video.
I'm using my phone, but I'll definitely show you guys after this.
Yeah, insert clip.
I will insert the video here, the picture here.
But I have a question for you guys. Do you think that the last time I think we spoke, it was like, about the death match and like the barbed wire death match, and we were talking about the blood and everything like that. Do you guys feel like the blood for Jon Moxley was really needed in this match? Because I feel like he does it so often now. Is that like
I want to say I'm just used to it because watching his old stuff, he was
he always does.
Yeah, so I guess I'm used to it, and I'm not surprised when he bleeds. I don't even know if it's really real or not. Like, is he really busted or did he just,
I feel like he's the kind of guy
backstage just a little bit.
Yeah,
that's true. You know what? Poor Renee. Like, she's pregnant, about to give birth.
Her man's bleeding.
She's 5 minutes away from being in the hospital. Giving birth, and Jon Moxley's over here having the time of his life, bleeding out in matches.
And he's gonna be right next to her getting stitched up while she's giving birth.
They're both gonna be getting stitches. Oh my God. So the ending of this match, after 4 BTE triggers to Mox, which was insane, and someone, I think Excalibur was like, oh, they haven't, he hasn't dropped. And someone was like, well, they haven't let him go. So I felt so bad for him.
I thought that was it kind of went, the match was so great. And then kind of that ending, I'm like, oh, that's the finish.
Yes, I agree. That finish was definitely very weird. What I was going to ask you ladies was, were you hoping or expecting for Mox and Eddie Kingston to win?
I was.
Or you were?
Really? I wasn't.
Yeah, me neither. I
wasn't.
I was like, there's no way they're going to take the belts from the Young Bucks just yet.
No, not yet.
I feel like they could still be these heel Young Bucks that they are without the titles, but I feel like that's because just they're so good at the characters that they are right now that they don't need the championships. And I was like, oh, Kingston and Mox have been pretty hot lately, so why not give it to them? But you know what? They could be waiting for another pay-per-view in somewhere like We Live or somewhere. So maybe to give them the championships then. So maybe we'll just hold out on that for a little bit.
And they brought the shoes to the ring, remember?
They brought the shoes, which was so funny. And you know what?
I loved that.
I wonder if they're the real Dior shoes, because that is crazy if they are.
I know. They were dirty as heck when they were bringing them to the ring.
I know. That is so crazy. But my last comment is that I believe the Young Bucks are going to end up winning another tag team championship from another promotion, another company. Just because they've done it before. They've held multiple tag team championships. So I'm like, why not do it now that they're literally on AEW? And also, Kenny Omega is a 4-time, he has 4 championships right now. So I'm like, I don't know. I feel like the Young Bucks are going to do the same thing, but I don't know. I could be wrong.
Could you imagine? Kenny Omega came out with 4 titles on him. Could you imagine the Young Bucks coming out with double the amount of those belts? Insane.
That'd be cool.
I know.
It's crazy. Let's move on and talk about one of the biggest matches of the night, which was the Battle Royal. This one was crazy because we started off, the first person was Christian, and I was like, oh my God, we're going to start off with him? That's insane. I was super excited to see him. And then Matt Sydal came out, and I was like, okay, Mr. Evan Bourne, let's go. You get a second chance. Then we got Powerhouse Hobbs, we got Dustin Rhodes, and Max Caster, who had the most funniest bars. His entrances are to die for. I'm such a fan. Wrestfriend, when he was talking smack to Christian, were you laughing? Were you ouch?
Oh no, Wrestfriend, I was not laughing. I was like, you are so disrespectful. That was very disrespectful. He needs to respect his elders.
Britt, how did you feel?
I was laughing my ass off. I thought it was so funny. I wrote it down and I was like, but the fact that when he said that to Christian about not having his edge, and then all of a sudden they pan to Christian and he goes, what did he say?
Yes. He didn't even hear it, so there's no way he could have been offended.
Or he's like, what?
Yeah, he said, what did he say? Like,
yeah, that was so cute.
Christian.
I love those little details. That's so funny.
Yes. Oh my goodness. And this match was it was better than I thought it was gonna be.
Yeah.
It was like a nice surprise. Colt Cabana, I'm wearing his shirt. I thought he had a better chance. Disappointed in you, Colt Cabana. But Jungle Boy came out and Penta came out. Penta came out in this fantastic gear. Like,
oh my gosh.
Never disappoints. He always understands the assignment. Britt, what did you think about this battle royal?
I went into it thinking that Hobbs was going to win or Penta was going to win.
Oh, okay.
But I love Penta so much. Did you notice too, like Penta and then Vance also had the Joker theme?
Yes.
Going at the same time. I was like, what is going on? But I thought that was I'm really shocked both of them got eliminated. I don't know why I thought they'd win, but
yeah. I thought they had a better chance. I don't know.
I really thought they did. But yeah, I don't know what it was. Like Jungle Boy, when he first came to like AEW, I always thought that he was going to win like everything.
Yes.
And then it was like, then when we got to this part, I was like, oh, like I really hope he wins, but I don't think so. And then all of a sudden he did. And I really couldn't believe that they picked him. I was so happy for him.
Now that you point that out, I'm glad, because it would have just looked like they were handing everything to him just because he is Jungle Boy. But I'm glad that they're letting him showcase what he has. Right, prove himself, because now that they've been giving him the opportunity since the beginning, right? But I feel like every time Jungle Boy performs, he just, I don't know how, but it just looks better than the last time. Or I don't know. All his matches are very, very, very good.
Yeah. Jungle Boy eliminated Penta. And that was like,
I know.
What? Like,
I know.
If that feud goes, somewhere in the future, I
would
lose my mind.
You know what's a little something that I noticed, and I'm like, people are not talking about this. But Matt Hardy and Christian were in the ring at the same time.
Yes.
In a different wrestling company without each other's tag partners. But I thought it was still really cool. I thought that was still very cool that this is a whole different company. And we have two people that we literally grew up watching and idolizing, because I used to love Christian. Like I loved Edge and Christian and Matt Hardy and Jeff Hardy. But I feel like I loved Jeff more than I loved Matt. But I loved Edge and Christian equal, like,
Yeah.
So I thought that was really cool. And also something else that I thought, something else that I really loved was Evil Uno. When he came out and that pop that he got, I was like, to me, someone like Evil Uno deserves that pop, because Evil Uno to me is, I'm not going to say he's the underdog, but he's very good, and I feel like a lot of people don't know that how great this man is. So yeah, that's something that I noticed. Evil Uno.
Even when he got eliminated, people were like really upset about it.
Yeah, they were upset about it.
Yeah, so I love that.
But okay, my question is, who did you guys think was on the Joker card?
I thought it was gonna be Chris Bay. And Teddy, I know we were like tweeting at each other because you said, oh, I think it's going to be this one. And I'm like, well, I think it might be Chris Bay. But Britt, who did you think it was going to be?
I honestly had no idea. Like, I just went into it. I was like, okay, let's just see. But I had no idea it was going to be Lio Rush.
Yeah, me neither.
Did anyone guess it? Like, anyone you guys saw on Twitter?
Not that I know. I never saw
I didn't hear
Leo's
anything.
name.
No, I never even thought.
And apparently, he's not in AEW. Like, he's with New Japan. Like, that's who his contract is with. But like, New Japan is letting him, like, is giving him some time in AEW. Which I'm like, okay, sure, why not? Because he came out, and I'm like, oh man, I don't know. I think Lio Rush is okay. I liked him when he was with Bobby Lashley, just because he would yell out Lashley, like that was like the thing. But I don't know. I don't know how I feel about him.
You know what? I think this man's, I don't know, when he got let go of WWE and he was tweeting all that stuff and how he brought up the whole Mark Henry situation and everything. I don't know. I like the way he thinks and expresses himself towards the business. And then I saw him on the challenge, on the MTV challenge, the Woman Challenge, and he ended up going home because he wasn't feeling well. And that was something else mentally. And that was something else that I was like, okay, I look up to this man because of this. He chose his mental health over everything else that was going on in that like the household, the challenge household. I don't know. I'm a fan of him. I think I just need to watch him a little more in the ring to know if I'm a fan of him in the ring or not.
Yeah, I agree. I don't know. I didn't really care for it too much, and then when he got in the ring, he did some cool stuff, but he didn't eliminate anybody, and he was eliminated very fast. Yes. So I was kind of like, here was this big thing that everyone was so shocked, and all of a sudden it just kind of went down really fast.
Yeah, it was very anticlimactic. I feel like if you were going to bring out the Joker, like you would expect them to win or at least be like final 3, you know?
Yeah, or cause some type of mayhem or something.
Right, that's true.
But the final 3 were Christian, Matt, and Jungle Boy, which was very cool to see all 3 of them in the ring because I'm like, oh my God, Jungle Boy is the future. And then here we saw like our past, like it's crazy. And then Matt Hardy was trying to like work in a deal with Christian, like, all right, you're gonna come on, like we know each other, bro.
I know.
Yeah. Okay, but like when Jungle Boy won and Christian hugged him and he told him he better go get that belt. Oh my God. I literally did tear up. I thought that was the cutest thing ever.
I know. What a nice guy. They're both nice guys. Everyone, when Jungle Boy won, every single person said about like how great of a person he is or how nice he is. And I'm like, you never hear that. You never hear people talking about how nice of a person a wrestler is like that, that much.
And that is so true.
Britt loves him so much. You know, you got the
t-shirt.
He's
adorable. I know.
Got it. It's so cute. Oh my goodness. And I love how everybody's singing his song. Like, you know Jungle Boy's coming out and you're already into it. Like, I love interactive songs like that.
It fits so well. And it's, I don't know, I cannot wait to hear that in person.
Oh I know.
Goodness. I cannot wait to hear that in person.
It's going to be so good. So now Jungle Boy is going to go against, well, I guess we'll get there. So Jungle Boy moves forward. We'll talk about that later. Right?
We don't know.
Jungle Boy moves forward because who could he face? We have no idea.
Oh, I'm not excited about the next topic. I mean, about the next wrestlers.
Okay, so the next match, Cody Rhodes versus Anthony Ogogo. And I literally only have one comment on this because I was so distracted during this match because of Cody's outfits. Like,
girl, everyone was saying he looked like a nutcracker. Did you guys see that?
Britt,
I did.
Teddy and I were messaging each other what things that Cody looked like.
Guys, we have to be in like a live video together and just make fun of everyone.
We have to do a roasting session,
a watch along, and that'd be so fun.
I would need wine for that.
That's where you already got wine for it now.
Yes.
So tell me, God, should we let our followers hear me pour the wine?
Yes, ASMR.
Yeah, pour it in.
Let me see if you guys can hear. Let me put it close to my AirPods. Hang on. It sounds like someone peeing. I'm so sorry.
Yeah, she really went to the restroom.
No,
she's in the bathroom right now.
Wine. No, we all saw it was wine.
Okay. Just do a Wrestfriend. Just start it. Just start the shit talking.
So, Wrestfriend, you know, because we were shit talking yesterday in these voice messages.
I don't know who you're talking about, but I was not talking shit about Cody Rhodes.
Those voice memos are kept, so we
forever.
Can
I screen recorded them, so even if you delete them, I'll get it. No, oh my God. So people were saying he looked like a nutcracker. Low from Wrestling Wine Down, she was saying that, and I was saying some things. I don't even know if I can say these on YouTube. Like, I feel like we're gonna get flagged. I was saying that he looked like he was coming to gentrify neighborhoods in Chicago. Like,
oh yeah,
he was so red, white, and blue. I was a little scared.
Yeah.
To me, he looked like a founding father, and that is all I needed. That is all I needed for me to be like, I really don't care about. I did not care for the build-up to this match because I don't know. I thought it was a little too much. Like, okay, we get it, Cody. You're American. Is anyone questioning your Americanness? Is anyone questioning whether you're a proud American or not? Like, I don't know. I thought it was too much, but maybe I'm just not patriotic enough.
Britt, how did you feel about Cody's fit in this match?
I'm sure anyone that hates his matches, he's gonna be like, "You're not patriotic enough." I thought it was really lackluster, in my opinion. I thought that we had these really great matches at the beginning, and this was just like some type of like, I don't know, it just wasn't it for me. And like, they kept talking about Anthony and how he's had all these injuries, but then they were also building him up to make him sound like he was so like strong and everything like that. So I was kind of confused with that angle a little bit. And then I also think that the bloody eye thing was fake.
Yeah.
I have proof of it.
Oh, she brought her phone out, guys. We got receipts. If you are,
this is what I was telling you about earlier.
If you guys are not watching on YouTube, you better get yourself to YouTube to see what Britt's gonna show us right now.
I'll do my best to describe it. But I think, okay, so slaps Cody, right? I don't know if you guys can see.
Okay.
Slaps Cody, and then he's like messing with his wrist. And then all of a sudden they stop like watching him. Okay. And then that's when he like messes with his hand again in the corner, and he pulls out like a little baggie out of his pocket. He's like messing with it. He's messing with it. And then he doesn't have the baggie anymore or whatever. And then all of a sudden we go to the corners. The wrestlers, like, you know, Cody goes to his side, and then you don't see what's going on over there. And all of a sudden he shows up with a bloody eye. And then even the announcer goes, he's bleeding for some reason. One of the announcers said that, and I was like, "Oh, okay, you're confused too," because I have no idea what's going on.
Oh my God.
I always pick up on weird things like that, but yeah, I was like, "Okay, you guys could make it so obvious like that. Come on,
like at least hit him with something, and then have like the little blade in there, right? So make it."
Oh, you know what? To be honest, I mean, guys, it's Cody Rhodes.
Wrestfriend, he bleeds in every match.
Okay, I know, but this man gets a hard one for old school wrestling.
Mm-hmm. It was very like that.
And what happened in old school wrestling, we can see when these freaking mother effers are about to, like, you know, cut their foreheads. What do they call it when they use that blade for their forehead? I know
there's a term for it, right?
There's a term for it that wrestling fans use. But anyway, yeah, you guys remember that growing up, watching them just like go, you know? I don't know. I want to say maybe that's why they made it so obvious. Mm-hmm. Otherwise, you know what? People do always complain about AEW's cameras and their what do you call it?
It's because they don't know when to switch and what to focus on. Yeah,
there you go. Don't have it down. There you go. That's what people always complain about. So I wonder if it's like Tony Khan or whoever's back there controlling the view.
Tony Khan's pressing all those buttons.
Right. He's just like, what's going on? I don't know what I'm doing. Yeah. But I'm so glad you pointed that out because I definitely did not notice that myself.
Yeah, I didn't catch that.
That was driving me nuts. But also it was go ahead, Teddy.
I was just gonna say I'm gonna go back and watch it.
Oh yeah, okay. Yeah, I'll send you the timestamp.
Okay, perfect.
But I also thought that you made a good point about it being like very like old school wrestling, because that's what it was, very like not really any high flying kind of things. It was just more wrestling. And then I know that I like looked up stuff about Anthony Ogogo because I don't know him very well. Mm-hmm. And I knew that he retired and stuff like that. And now he was very heartbroken. Now this is his new career path. So I think that them focusing on like the nitty gritty, like the beginning stages of wrestling almost. I don't know if that's like the right way to say, but like to showcase that he can do those kind of things and do them very well. I think that helped in that match as well. That's probably why they kept it like that.
Yeah, I think, I'm sorry, Wrestfriend.
No, go ahead, Wrestfriend.
I think that's one of the reasons why I do love Cody Rhodes and I look up to him a lot. But a lot of his matches to me are just like, okay, you know, this is a good match or whatever, because he's very old school. There's a lot of things that he doesn't like to do, and he's been very blunt about it, or very honest about it in interviews, how he's not a fan of a lot of like, I guess the way people wrestle nowadays. He's more old school. He's not against it, but he's like, he's way
That's
more
just not what he likes to do, yeah.
Right, I don't know. He's stuck on like his dad's times and stuff.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
In a good way, which is fine. I mean, that's what he grew up watching, you know? And I'm sure he idolizes his dad and wants to be just like his dad. So I think that's okay. It's just not really my thing.
Yeah. I don't like how they made this match like a United States thing versus like another country, because then like in the crowd, like you saw people with like legit American flags, and I was like, oh my God, like people just go out there with like flags. Like, we get it, Cody, like your name is the American dream. Like, I don't think you need to keep like advertising it, whatever. But then people tend to get a little like, I don't know, I want to say racist, but like but like people get so mean.
For sure, a lot of those people were just very, very proud Americans who think America is the best country in the world. Yeah, for sure. I know. I did think it sounded a little bit like KKK-ish when they were like USA, USA. I'm like, damn, okay.
You're like, damn, okay. Cody came out looking like a general, you know. So, and Teddy, I know you said he was ready to sign the Declaration of Independence.
That's really what it was.
I feel like he was backstage like, the British are coming, because you saw the way he looks, like, you know.
Daddy.
Oh God.
Yeah, if our founding fathers discovered rhinestones, it would be Cody Rhodes.
For sure. Okay. I think for the founding fathers, the perfect image of a man is Cody Rhodes. Like if you told our founding fathers he'd draw the perfect man, it would be Cody Rhodes.
And the perfect outfit, it would be that fit that Cody wore.
Minus the tattoo. I think that's something that they would have been like.
Plus a white powder rig. A little white powder wig and he'd be perfect.
I'm going to Photoshop him into one.
That's what I was about to say. I was like, Iridian, it's your turn, girl. You're up.
Yes. This is my time to shine, guys.
I hope he never hears this. He's going to be so heartbroken that I talk about him this way.
Oh, we love Cody.
Tony's going to be like, this is my favorite episode.
We love you, Cody. Sorry,
Cody. Pick a better outfit. Okay.
Constructive criticism.
Right. Cody, we know you're American, Cody. We get it.
Moving on. Let's talk about Lance Archer and Miro. And was this a championship match? Was it for the TNT championship?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Yes, it was.
I wasn't. I guess I was still like on the low spirits from Cody's match because I wasn't really like paying attention to that match. And then when this one came out, I was still like kind of in that funk. So it took a little while for me to really get into it. How did you guys feel about this match?
I enjoyed it. I feel like I was paying attention to the actual match, even though I had forgotten the match was gonna happen. Nothing against Archer or Miro. I just did forget that the match was gonna happen. Mm-hmm. But I think I don't know, I'm very happy to see Miro in this different, like, again, atmosphere. Mm-hmm. He looks different. The way he wrestles is, I think, very different to the way that he was wrestling in WWE. I don't know if you guys agree. Mm-hmm. But I thought it was a good match. I feel like Lance Archer wasn't the perfect opponent for him because really Lance Archer lost again. Yeah. Like Lance Archer's gonna keep losing to all these people. I understand Miro's a strong person, but really they're gonna keep having Lance Archer lose, even though what do they call him again? They have a nickname for him, but anyway, he's huge. Mm-hmm, and he keeps losing all these matches. And I don't know, to me, it's pointless the way that they're using him. I don't like the way that they're booking Lance Archer. That's my comment on this match.
I feel like that match just made Miro look stronger. Like that's all it like really did for me. Like it just made Lance look a lot weaker and just built Miro up as a better TNT TNA champion, right? TNT champion.
TNT champion.
Jesus.
He's the Murder Hawk monster. Is that
Murder Hawk monster? Yes. Yeah.
He ain't looking like a monster.
He's not looking like no Murder Hawk monster because he keeps losing. Yeah. He lost to Cody Rhodes, which when he lost to Cody Rhodes, to me I was like, okay, well, no fucking shit, it's Cody Rhodes, right? Mm-hmm. But I don't know. I really don't like the way they're booking Lance Archer. That's why this match, to me, it was good, but it was a little off for me.
And then he came out without Jake the Snake, and I'm just like, okay, well, if you're gonna be by yourself and be like a big guy, like prove it. Like, right? Like I get it. Miro is like big and strong too, but like you can have him put up a fight, right? I feel like it was clearly leaned for Miro to shine a little bit more. But I'm just like, it didn't have to be that way.
No.
But I don't know. I don't think this was like one of my top matches of the night because it was definitely a forgettable match after the next one because we got
wait, the poor snake getting thrown back into the entrance. I know it wasn't real. But it shocked the shit out of me.
If I was a child, I would have cried. I would have been like, whoa, you know? Because children were definitely believing everything that was happening in this show.
Wrestfriend, you know, we were like 7 years old. I'm telling you, when John Cena got thrown into that goddamn light, I cried because I thought he was dead. As a child, you don't know this.
Yeah.
No. Yes, absolutely. I get that. I remember when Eddie Guerrero passed away. First of all, I thought it was kayfabe. I was like, this is just the storyline in WWE. So when I actually found out that Eddie Guerrero passed away, my heart was broken. I was like, wait a minute.
Yeah.
These people are real. That's when I realized, damn, these people are real people. They're just like me.
Yeah. It was. I felt bad for Jake. I love Jake the Snake. He's one of my favorites.
He's a good character.
Yeah, I just because when I met him, he was so sweet. I think that I just like him as a person, and he's so nice. And then Miro threw his snake, and then Miro looked crazy. I'm sounding like a child. Then they made Miro look crazy, and then the other guy's supposed to be the monster, and I'm like, dude, where's this monster at?
Right, that's
where exactly.
Saying.
Why do you make him a monster?
We're gonna blame it on the Bulgarian? Are you kidding me?
Right?
As if there's not already enough. And wait, no man, I don't know what I was gonna say. The wine is getting to me.
We're not counting how many cups of wine you had. Don't worry.
It's been 2.
Do you guys want to see how much?
And that's only during the show because it was more before.
No, before the show, I was different under the influence. How do you say that? I wasn't drinking. Yeah. I was doing. I was
you're still under the influence.
Yeah.
I was under the influence in a different way.
Now we gotcha.
Yeah, you don't gotta elaborate. You're good. So moving on to my favorite match of the night, talking about our ladies representing. We got Britt Baker and Sheeta for the AEW Women's Championship. And I wrote $ in my notes because this match was money. Fantastic match. I even loved Rebel getting involved. Everything about this match I thought was so good. And I loved Sheeta as a champion. I think she was a fantastic champion, especially during the pandemic. For the plate that she was handed, I think she killed it, right? And I love the new belt. It's a little bit bigger, which that was my biggest complaint about the championship, was that it was teeny tiny belt. And now it's less curved. It's a little bit, wider. So, oh my God, this match was just so good. I rewatched it 3 times. Britt, what did you think about this match? Britt, tell us about Britt.
How freaking cool. I thought it was so cool. First of all, I like Sheeta. I don't know what it is about Britt Baker, but I can't get behind her. I'm so sorry. I think it's almost like a Charlotte Flair thing, how everybody loves them and thinks they're so great that I can't. I know, I know she's a genius. She's very smart. She's beautiful. She's great in the ring. I agree with all those things, but for some reason, she's just not my favorite.
You don't get the hype. Yes.
Yeah. It's just not my favorite. But everyone in the crowd, even though she's a heel, everyone loved her, screaming for her the entire time. I thought that was so cool. She deserves to be a champion. I think it's about time that she gets that title.
Yeah.
And I loved it. I thought it was great. The women were killing it. I thought the crowd was more into it than the matches before it.
Yes.
The matches before it. I was like, hell yeah, okay, we're coming back now.
Wrestfriend, what did you think?
Okay, I want to start off talking about Hikaru Shida because I feel like a lot of people are getting it twisted and they're very negative towards Hikaru Shida because they don't understand the fact that this woman was a champ only during the pandemic. She literally became a champ when there was no crowd.
Yeah.
So I think that despite there being no crowd during her title reign, I think she made the title matter. Yeah. I'm sorry, I love Riho. I love her as a performer, but I feel like they weren't booking Riho as well. And at the end, I do want to blame it on the pandemic, but at the same time, it's I don't know. I feel like Hikaru Shida just did make the championship look different than Riho did.
Yeah.
Most of her matches, if not all, have been amazing. So I think she was an amazing champ. But Britt, oh my God, this is one of the few people that I've been following since the indies because I didn't know about independent wrestling until I got with my husband. So I learned about Britt Baker when she was still in the indies, and even before I knew she was dating Adam Cole, I thought, I don't know, I've always loved this girl. I love the way that, I don't know. It's hard to explain, but I love this girl so much. So to see her at Double or Nothing winning this championship, I was so excited. I was so happy. I knew it was gonna happen. She has the charisma. She has the in-ring work. She has everything to be the AEW Women's Champ. And I hope that her reign is long because she definitely deserves it. She's also an amazing person outside of the ring, outside of the business. I've seen she tries not to be so problematic on the internet, but at the same time, she said things or tweeted things that I know she's a good person. So I'm so happy for her. I'm very, very happy for her as a champ.
Oh man, watching this match after Britt won, like there was tears in my eyes. I was like, I don't know, there was like like such an excitement because like I've been wanting to see Britt as a champ for so long, and now to get it, like, and I guess after so many near falls, you're just like, oh my god, really anyone could take it. And I was just so happy that it was Britt. Like, I don't know, my heart was happy. Like,
yeah, I think as a wrestling fan, like I said earlier, watching her go from the indies to being the face of the women's division in AEW, I feel like, holy shit, obviously that's so different, right? So yeah, obviously as a Britt Baker fan, excited, happy. She finally update Wrestfriends. She got a freaking action figure.
Yes.
Oh, you saw that, right? That she finally got her action figure. So I'm so excited about that.
Yes, and along with that announcement, with Britt's action figure, I think we're gonna get Anna Jay. I think she's also getting one. Tay Conti.
Anna Jay too?
I think so, yeah. Because I think they're doing the Dark Order, I want to say.
I thought I saw something about that.
I don't know. Someone fact check me. But who else did I see that they might get Chris Statlander?
A lot of people, best friends. Or are you talking about women?
Yeah.
Hikaru Shida got hers. Ty Conti. I don't remember Anna though.
I'm gonna see if I find it. But Britt. And I feel like
there we go, whole list.
Oh
yeah.
Okay.
Well, she liked that picture, so I mean that's all I got right now.
Like if it's true, like I'm so down for it because I feel like Anna's just got like so much potential, and because she got hurt, she's like kind of on the sideline, but she was like one of the stars that I feel is like Jungle Boy. She's not really known in the wrestling because she wasn't in the indies for that long, so she's really like AEW grown. And I feel like that's how Jungle Boy is going to be. So I feel like they're going to really try to take care of them and like really build them. But I'm excited for these action figures. I feel like Britt Baker, you could do Britt in a wheelchair. You could do Britt with her Trish Stratus, face mask that she had when she broke her nose. You could have her with her dentist jacket and then her regular jacket. Yeah. Like Tony Khan, take these ideas.
Reba. Okay? Rebel. I'm sorry, Rebel.
Rebel. Their ring gear is freaking beautiful.
Yes. You know what?
So gorgeous.
That is the one thing that I've noticed a lot from like Britt Baker and Ty Conti. Their gear, they always look like they're ready to go to the club. You know how when you go to the club, you try extra harder to look good? I don't know why, but when you go to the club, you really try so hard to find the perfect dress or whatever you're gonna wear. And that's what they look like. They literally look like they put
so much effort.
Yes. I love their gear always. Britt Baker and Ty Conti always look amazing.
Stunning.
Wait, can I ask you a question? What were people saying about Shida? That they didn't like her as champion on Twitter, you said? Teddy?
Yeah, so I don't know. Since the beginning of her being a champion, some fans were saying that, okay, first of all, that she's Japanese and she didn't know English. So she wasn't going to be able to give the promos that are needed from wrestlers, just being racist. That was the first thing. And then she started showing that she learned English so fast. She's very good at English. But then they were talking shit about her title reign didn't mean anything because of the pandemic and everything, which is like out of her fucking control. Yeah. What the hell is she supposed to do about it? I thought that when she was given a match, she did amazing in those matches.
I agree. Yeah. That's weird. People are fucking assholes.
People are fucking assholes about anything. Like, there's so many wrestlers that are not problematic at all, but people always have something to say.
Yeah. No matter what, no matter how hard you try and how nice you are, it doesn't matter.
Haters gonna hate. They weren't champions. What do they know?
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. Can you cut a promo? Yeah. Can you get in a match and win a match? No.
In another language? No.
Yeah. Can you look that hot? First of all, hell no.
Shut up, Michael. Who cares? With your no follower butt.
With your no follower.
With your no follower butt. That's what Britt said. With your no follower butt.
Even though I just said effing A word and then now I'm gonna say butt. I was trying to be better.
She's trying to get better as the show went on.
Yeah, I didn't cuss at all last time. Now I'm getting comfortable. Now it's coming out.
Is that hard? Oh, okay. Was it hard for you not to cuss in the other podcast?
Well, I am like half Italian, and my dad, every other word is the F word. So that's how I feel.
So it was hard.
So it was a little bit hard, but like, you know how like when you're around children and stuff like that, you like know not to cuss.
Yeah.
And when you're meeting people's like family, you're like, I know not to cuss. And it's like, I could do it easily, but now it's because I'm comfortable with you guys. I'm like,
oh, I love that. I really love that. But you know what? With my glass of wine, I am literally that cousin, literally that aunt that talks a lot of shit.
I love those.
I can't relate.
We love to see it. We love to see
it.
Only here on Wrestfriends.
Yes.
Let's talk about Darby Allin and Sting.
Ooh.
Let's.
They had their match against All Ego, Ethan, Alan Page, and Scorpio Sky. Now, I was such a huge fan of this match because it wasn't a cinematic match. Because when they had their cinematic match last time, I was like, Sting, like, come on, man. I know you could do something. Like, jump, something, you know. Jump. Let me see you do something. And in this match, I was like, okay, sir, you are delivering. And I didn't think he was going to be able to deliver. So, Britt, I know you're a fan of Sting. How did you feel about him in this match?
Sting. And I also really love Darby Allin. I think he's so freaking cool. But them together is amazing. I just can't believe Sting is what they said, 63?
I think so. I think they said his age.
Dude, I'm 28 and I can barely get out of bed in the morning. But oh my God, he was jumping off things. He was doing, I can't even believe that. I just can't believe that.
Yeah, he's 62 years old.
I just have nothing to even say. I just it was in utter shock. Like I watched it twice and I was just like, I watched it twice today because I was a long pay-per-view. It took me a while, but I watched it twice and it was incredible every single time. It's almost like it happened the first time.
Yeah.
He let Darby shine, which was a nice thing that I loved. But then also I forgot that this is his first time back wrestling in front of a live audience in a while. I think they said that. So that was really exciting. People were loving it. I love Sting.
People were loving it.
Yeah.
Oh my God. I want to watch him wrestle.
In person?
I'm so jealous. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, maybe you will get to. It looks like he's very serious about being back in the ring because I heard that, or they were saying on Twitter that he was taking his training very serious. Cody said that he was actually training before we even saw the match. Cody's like, Sting is actually training to wrestle during this match, and we saw that in the match. I think he did great, which is crazy because usually I'm not a fan of any legend coming to AEW or WWE. I'm just like, you guys are old. We saw you. Not that I'm tired of them. It's just that
your time has come and gone, kind of thing.
Yeah, it's like their time passed. We see a lot of them. You guys remember Shawn Michaels in Saudi Arabia? That match was really bad.
Sorry, I'm gonna pretend like I've never seen that in my life, and I don't know what you're talking about.
That match was unnecessary.
It was washed out of my brain.
It was so unnecessary. It didn't have to happen. But Sting proved us wrong because I know a lot of us. I was one of them. I was expecting for this match to be like meh because Sting hadn't been in the ring for so long. He's already at that age where like, are you sure you want to do this? But they did freaking great. Darby Allin, like you said, Britt, he's insane.
Oh, I know. It's so cool.
We could always expect for this motherfucker to do something for us to be like, don't fucking do it. Oh, he fucking did it. Holy shit, I hope he's okay. Holy shit, I hope he's okay. He's great. But you know what? I hope he starts taking care of himself because the way that Darby Allin wrestles,
He's like a rag doll.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
Yes.
he's not gonna be in the business for so long if he continues to do shit like this all the time.
I know.
Like
you know what?
The time that he's.
You know what worries me? It's not even like Darby not only wrestling. Like he does reckless things that aren't even wrestling related.
On his day off.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That is so true. I was watching our Lucha Outsiders live yesterday after Double or Nothing, and Mario and Ryan were like, Darby Allin will probably be on the next season of Jackass. And I totally believe that. Yes. I totally believe that.
There's a story of when he was trying to like impress Priscilla Kelly or something. Like they were out and about, and he says he stopped at a restaurant to get packets of hot sauce, and he put hot sauce in his butthole. Like, and he thought that was funny. And I'm just like, are you kidding me? He's like, she didn't think it was funny. He's like, but I was laughing.
But she married him.
Like, and so I was like, she married, bro. I was like, damn.
It reminds me of like the boys that I had crushes on in middle school.
Oh God.
That were like, you want to see what I can do?
Like they're so like crazy, and like they were like, I don't know, like, and now I'd be like, oh, I can watch that from afar, but that's about it. But yeah, they got a shovel to the head, and they said he had a dent in his head.
He's reckless.
And then he got thrown into his brother.
Yeah.
Oh,
that was so
his
crazy.
Brothers.
Oh,
yes.
brothers. Oh my God.
I know he's crazy, but also I want to point out that I think Ethan Page and Scorpio Sky work very well together. Yes. And I loved Scorpio Sky with SCU, with Frankie Kazarian and Christopher Daniels. I thought they were amazing. I love the whole SCU gimmick. But with Ethan Page, you know, a man that's like around his age, they both can be arrogant because they know they're good looking. They work very well together. They're so freaking great. I'm so happy that Ethan Page is with AEW and that they have him working with Scorpio, because also we're getting to see Scorpio more, because we weren't getting to see Scorpio
when he was with SCU.
Right. I feel like Kazarian or Christopher Daniels were always like on top, and then Scorpio Sky was just behind them. But seeing them against Darby Allin and Sting, that was a very good match. I really, really enjoyed this match.
Yeah.
Because not only were they great in the ring, but Scorpio Sky and Ethan Page, as being as charismatic as they are, brought a lot to this match as well.
Yeah. They work, like you were saying, they work so well together, and they're almost like, you know, like usually there's one wrestler that kind of like outshines the other a little bit, but they're together. They are on that exact same level. They're almost like the same person, I feel like you were saying, but they work so well together. It's like they're perfect together, I really think.
Yes. I mean, the clothes that they wear, you're like, okay.
Oh yeah. They look great. Yes. They are like A1. Yes.
And props to Ethan and Scorpio for just even being able to work well together with Sting, because, you know, when you have like an older person in the ring, like it really is your job for like to make them look good if anything happens, because you just don't know. And that was like such a good balance. Like Sting could still go, and people were like, the audience was chanting it.
Oh, I know.
Yeah, and I'm sure Wrestfriend, it was the other way around too. I'm sure, you know, for Sting, that's what makes him a good wrestler, I guess, right? That the fact that he was working with 3 guys that are way younger than him, that wrestle way different than him. I mean, Darby Allin alone wrestles way different than
everyone.
Scorpio Sky. Than everyone, right? So I'm sure for Sting, like that must have been some work. And this match was great. I did not expect for it to be this great. And it was great. I really enjoyed it.
Yeah.
What about like the Scorpio Deathlock, and then they had like Ethan Page, and then they're scratching out each other's eyes.
Yes, and
I was like, this is so cool.
Yeah.
They really brought like their A game at this. It was so cool. And then the poor ref, she was like, you guys are both not legal. Stop it. I love her.
I love her too.
So funny.
She's so different from the other refs, again, because of her charisma. She brings in that different charisma as a ref. I know, I love her too.
Yeah, a little icing on the cake. Yes. I thought she's funny. She's
Aubrey
so funny.
Is just she kills it every time. I love her. She's
great.
People go, I feel like, to the wrestling shows to just cheer Aubrey because she's that good.
So
like
cute.
She also has an action figure.
Yes.
Oh, I did not know that.
Yes. So that says a lot about her. Yes, that says a lot about her. How great she is. Yeah, I know. I love her so much.
It better have paintable nails. Like, you know.
Oh my God. She always has good nails.
You can like dunk it in water. They change color. Am I being like a little kid? How we used
I'm sorry.
Water changing nail polish?
No.
There's Barbies that have this, Britt.
I think you're giving away ideas for free, and you shouldn't. I think you need to hit up AEW, Tony Khan, and be like, Tony Khan, I got some ideas. You need to do that, Britt.
My number is 555. Just
like the movies. 555.
No.
555.
I feel like we need to continue to give out these good ideas, because if they find this episode in its entirety, they're going to be like, we don't know if we really want to hire you guys. But then we're going to be like, okay, but if you listen to everything, we were really giving you good ideas.
We kind of suck, but we're really smart.
That is so true. You know what would be the first thing I would ask from Tony Khan? Please trademark our name for us. Please, like, let us keep our name.
Yes.
And then we'll talk business.
And then we'll talk about theme music later, about licensing and all that.
Oh, yeah. I love how you guys are so cute. I was telling, when I was at work, I was telling people, I'm like, oh yeah, I have to go home and watch AEW because like I didn't get off till like 2 a.m. So I was like, I have to get off and watch AEW. And I'm going to be on this podcast called Wrestfriends. And everyone's like, that's the cutest name on earth.
Oh.
Such a cute
Britt, you know you're a Rest Friend though, right? Like,
oh, thank you. Honorary Rest Friend.
We're going to send you an honorary shirt.
We're going to get her a cake.
Oh, give me a cake.
You get your own cake, okay?
Yes.
I love it here.
We're just giving things away. You get a cake. You get a cake.
I will go anywhere that there's cake.
Yes.
You get a cake. When you come to Chicago, you get a personalized cake.
You can listen, Britt.
And a pizza.
If you come to Chicago, I will pay for all of your food expenses. Whatever you want,
Look,
I got
I'm
you.
staying at your house already.
Yes.
Look, we're paying for your deep dish pizza. Mm-hmm. We're paying for your real legit Chicago style pizza, which is not deep dish. Mm-hmm. And
the tacos are on us. All the Mexican food is on us.
You get the best Mexican tacos, and then you get a cake.
I guess I'm moving to Chicago for my bag.
I guess you're starting packing right now.
The boyfriend, I have you too.
What do you need somebody else for?
Need anyone?
We're here for you. We're here for you.
You just gotta feed me. That's all I need in life.
I literally cook every single day, Britt.
Girl, I love you already. Stop it. Stop giving me more stuff.
And she's got wine.
Edie has the extra room. I got the food and the wine.
Yes. So you got a maid here in Chicago, girl.
Okay, I'll be there.
She said okay.
Okay, now I just gotta fly.
Oh my God. Next in the show, we had Tony Schiavone come out in the middle of the ring talking about AEW Rampage, I believe that's the show name, right?
Yeah.
And that's the show that Big Show commentates on, right? And they're gonna add another coach.
No.
Oh, it's not?
I'm sorry.
Oh no, correct me, Wrestfriend.
Elevation Wrestfriend. Rampage is gonna be the new show later on in the year because AEW is moving to TBS. Yes.
Okay, so there's gonna be 2 different shows?
3?
Yes.
Oh, so 3 shows in total. There's gonna be Dynamite, Rampage, and Elevation.
Yeah, Tony Khan is not playing. I don't know what's going on, but he's not playing.
Okay, sir. He's got the budget for it. He definitely got the budget for it. So Tony Schiavone is in the ring talking about, oh, we have somebody new, and it's the world's strongest man. And then Mark Henry comes out, and everybody's like, what? I wasn't expecting this because there was no rumors. You know, last time there was a rumor that there was going to be like a big name. And then that's when Christian came out. But this time we didn't really like get a heads up. Mark Henry, how do you feel about him, best friend?
I don't care. He came out and I was like, really? What?
Like, what was the reason?
What was the reason?
What was the reason? I didn't get it. I don't get the hype. Mm-hmm. I literally was like, this is very lame. Mm-hmm. I don't care. What were they expecting from us?
I don't know. People were excited in the crowd. I was at home like,
I think it's more shocking than like.
Yes, that's what I was going to say. I feel like it was more of a shock than
because they keep getting these WWE people and people are like, oh my God.
Mm-hmm. Right.
You know, that's what I think it was. I don't know.
No, I don't like it. I don't care.
I don't know. I feel like my jaw would have been on the floor if it was like oh, Triple H. And you're like, what?
Yeah.
It's like, something insane like that, right? Like, that's what I needed to be surprised if like Triple H would have, Shawn Michaels would have came out.
Right, Shawn Michaels.
That's what it was. Like, the crowd would have went insane.
Yeah, but it's just Mark Henry. Mark Henry just would fold frying pans like backstage. Like, I don't know what you're gonna use him now.
And they keep saying the strongest man in the world as if someone else hasn't already taken that title. Like he's not the strongest man in the world anymore, whatever the fuck they call him.
Yeah.
Like who gives a shit? I don't know. I've heard so many bad things about this man. I don't care for him. I don't care for him.
Oh man, if we could keep our titles, like, I don't know, if like in high school I was known as like the skinniest person in the world, like I would want to be known as that like for the rest of my life, right? Of course that's not true, but I feel like that's why they keep Mark Henry's like strongest man title.
I want to be known as either the Young Bucks favorite fan or Hangman as his favorite fan. That's what I want to be known as.
There, we'll call it. That's his name on the show now.
Yes.
Young Bucks favorite fan. But then also, I thought it was so weird that him and Lio Rush ended up being on the same show, and they have the beef.
Yes.
Right? They have beef. So
I was like, how odd.
That is the first thing I thought.
How awkward backstage, like.
Right? He's like, oh, hey.
I guess that arena was big enough for the both of them.
Right? Shoot. I don't know. Did they ever like reconcile, or did they ever come to an agreement, or they still hate each other from what we all know?
So Lio Rush did tweet that they did talk. That's what he said. He said that they did talk. I'm guessing they reconciled. I don't know. I mean, you know what? I feel like that's the least that Mark Henry could have done.
Yeah.
Like Mark Henry is too old to be beefing with people like this. How old is Lio Rush? Like 28, 29?
I know he's really young.
Like he can't be 30. He's got to be under 30. He's 26.
Oh, he's a baby.
Yeah.
He's a baby.
Yeah, let's see how old Mark Henry is. Take guesses. All right, Teddy, how old do you think he is?
55.
Oh. 47.
Really?
Let's see. Mark Henry is...
Okay, yeah, 53.
Okay, final answer.
53.
55.
49.
Whoa.
I was closer before.
That's what you always go with your gut.
You know what? It was Britt. She was making me second guess my answer.
Oh, okay.
When I changed it.
I'm the worst. I'm not good at guessing people's ages.
Let me tell our Wrestfriends that she's the one that made me take out the bottle and bring it all the way over here. I was gonna leave it in my fridge. No. I was just gonna drink one glass. Now I'm almost done.
You don't look very upset about it.
No, you guys calling me out.
No.
While she sips that. I know. Go, girl.
Calling me out.
This wine is very good. Let me tell you guys. It tastes amazing.
What is it?
It's very good.
I could go for some sangria right now. I think that would be good.
Okay.
Let's move on to a triple threat match. This match was on and poppin'. Kenny Omega versus Pac versus Orange Cassidy. My bae, Naranja Cassidy, came out with a backpack, ready to take the championship home like a college student. I was ready for him to win this championship, even though he was the underdog. I wrote wow in my notes because I was just in love. Like, this match was so good.
He's so cute.
I was devastated at Orange Cassidy not winning. Like, it really broke my heart because I think the crowd was so behind him, and there was so many near falls, and even with Kenny hitting Pac with all of his titles, which was insane, I think Orange still really had a really good chance. Britt, what did you think about this match?
I'm like iffy about Orange Cassidy. Like, I think he's cool and stuff like that, but I just thought like it's a funny little thing, but now I'm starting to take him a little more seriously after this match. But I did not think he was going to win at all, but towards the end, I was like, oh crap, he might actually win this thing. And he was doing so great.
Yeah.
But then I was like, there's no chance. I was like, no, I don't want to see Jungle Boy against Orange Cassidy. And then, but then I was like, well, we're back to this again. I was like, then Kenny Omega versus Jungle Boy. I'm like, how is that going to go? Yeah. And then Pac versus Jungle Boy. I was like, it's all cast to fit together. Yeah. But I think three of them gave an incredible match. I really thought that it was just going to be Kenny Omega and then Pac a lot. And then Orange Cassidy was just going to be on the floor being me when I'm just like going through life.
When I'm having a rough day.
Yeah, he's like, I'm having a rough day. I'm gonna kick a little bit. He's like sitting on the turnbuckle. He's just kicking his feet. And he's like, he's so funny though. It just added, because that match was so serious. I think it added a little bit of fun.
Yeah.
I think he's adorable.
Wrestfriend, what do you think? She said, I'm waiting to sip my wine.
All right.
I'm already very under the influence. But first of all, I went into this match thinking there's no way Kenny Omega is gonna lose. So that was me in the beginning. I was like, Kenny Omega is gonna retain. There's no way that out of all 4 championships, the first one he's gonna lose is gonna be his home championship, like literally where he's the boss, right? Yeah. I'm like, no way. So, but during the freaking match, I thought Orange Cassidy was outshining Pac, whatever, which was freaking crazy to me because from what I've heard before, or at least Pac had a match. He was supposed to have a match against Hangman Page, right? And apparently he wasn't too high on the match because he's like, I don't think Hangman Page is. I forgot what the deal was, but I think he didn't think Hangman Page was over enough for him. So he's like, I'm not going to travel from the UK to the USA to have a match with Hangman. So what Hangman had to do, I believe Hangman flew to the UK, and I don't
like him already.
What? Yes, I didn't know about this cheese man.
Something like that was happening, you guys. I'm drinking, so don't take every word. But I know that Pac wasn't too happy. He didn't want to lose against Hangman Page. There you go. He did not want to lose against Hangman Page. He didn't think Hangman Page was a person to lose against. I don't know. But I was like, okay, whatever. I know. I think that's a little bit mean, but at the same time, I'm like, I guess if you're confident enough to say, I'm too good for this person, I don't know.
No. But can I just chime in real quick? Remember, didn't he leave, was it, where was he at in WWE? What was he doing?
He was in 205 Live, yeah.
Yeah, he left that because of Enzo, right?
Yes.
I mean, we almost all left that because of Enzo.
I mean, I know, but still, I'm like, sometimes there's just things you don't like, but you can't just be a dick about it. Especially your story. So that's like I guess that's just what he does if he doesn't like you. He's like, no.
And I guess, I mean, if we're gonna compare Enzo to Hangman Page, those are 2 very different people, right?
Oh yeah, no, I didn't mean to compare them like that.
No, and no. I don't think you were comparing them. It's just like, I mean, Enzo, who did anyone ever really take him serious? But then there's Hangman Page, who we know he's a good wrestler. He just wasn't over at the time. But anyway, I thought it was crazy that Orange Cassidy was overshadowing Pac.
Yeah.
And then Kenny Omega, I don't know. I felt during the match, like he just wasn't doing enough. That I was like, I think Orange Cassidy is definitely going to win this freaking match. There were so many. What do you call them?
Near falls.
There were so many near falls that I was like, Orange Cassidy might fucking take this because this is what the people want. I think they're gonna give the people what they really want. And then when it didn't happen, I wasn't surprised. I really didn't think they were gonna take the AEW championship from Kenny just yet. But we talked about it earlier. I think the ending to the match was a little bit weird. But to me, it just made sense because I did not see them taking the championship from Kenny, especially taking it from Kenny Omega, and then just, giving it to Orange Cassidy, which we wish that's what would have happened. But I at least don't think that the AEW championship would have been the first championship that Kenny Omega loses. I think that he might lose his AAA championship against Andrade.
Oh, definitely.
But I never definitely thought that he would lose his AEW championship, not to Orange Cassidy and not to Pac.
Yeah.
Oh man, when Kenny went after the ref and the ref was like no longer in the picture, I was like, oh no.
Oh yeah.
What's gonna happen? And this is when he was beating up Pac with all of his championships, and Orange was just so aggressive in this match. I've never seen him this aggressive, which I think is so entertaining because it's just a different side of him. And all of a sudden, I think Ref Aubrey was the one that came out, and she was like, "Oh, I'm counting," and I was like, "Oh my god, it's gonna happen!" And then it didn't, and I was like, "Oh,
yeah." I know, that was very disappointing.
But whatever, I'll get over it.
Whatever.
I'll get over it. Maybe he'll win another match. Who knows?
He will. I think he did. After that reaction from the crowd and everything like that, he has to do more.
Yeah, and he's such a fan favorite. Like
he is.
I think he would definitely make an amazing TNT champ.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He would definitely put. He would. I don't know. He would. What's it called? Give it some different type of attention. I guess that's how I'm gonna put it. So hopefully soon he becomes a champ because Orange Cassidy deserves it. Not only because he's great, but because he does get a lot of hate. A lot of people don't understand Orange Cassidy. I didn't understand Orange Cassidy.
Neither did I.
When he came out at All Out last year in 2019, I was like, everyone was screaming, going crazy, and I'm like, I don't really get this guy's character, to be honest. But then little by little, he's been growing on me, and I'm definitely an Orange Cassidy fan now.
Yeah.
I like how you mentioned that he would make a great TNT champion because I feel like that's exactly what a good championship would be for Jungle Boy. I don't think he's gonna take the AEW championship, but I feel like starting with the TNT title, you could definitely work your way up. I think that's such a good like mid-card championship. I don't want to call it a mid-card because Cody had it, but like.
I literally was about to say that I think we need a mid-card championship. For someone like Jungle Boy or no, I honestly think Orange Cassidy is way bigger than that. I don't know. Wrestfriend, we were there at Revolution last year in 2020 and he got a very loud pop. I know. People love Orange Cassidy more than people
I couldn't post any of my videos because I was so loud.
Yeah. So I don't know, man. I don't know what to say. All I gotta say is that for the Orange Cassidy haters, if you're on the Orange Cassidy hate side, I feel bad for you because
you're on the wrong side. Clearly,
you're on the wrong fucking side. There's a difference between not understanding his character and the difference between hating on him.
Yeah, just give him a shot.
Right.
Yeah.
He just brings something different to the table. That's it.
He does. I love it.
He's so great.
He's so
cute.
Let's get to this main event, which this pay-per-view was so long. Okay, it was so goddamn
long. I got my bedtime reminder notification. I was like, holy shit, the pay-per-view is still going on. So my bedtime reminder is at 10:15.
Oh my gosh.
And I get the reminder every single day at 10:14 p.m. And I was like, holy shit, and this pay-per-view is still going on. Like, I can't go to bed now, so I definitely did not go to bed at 10:15.
That's why I had to finish watching it today because I had to be at work at 4 a.m, so I had to
oh my God.
get ready at 2. So I'm like, okay, if I sleep at this time, I was like, how many hours of sleep am I gonna get? Like, and I'm like, this pay-per-view is still going on. I was like, I could just watch it after I get home tomorrow. Like, it was so long. I was telling Britt that it felt like, do you remember when that WrestleMania was like 13 hours long? That's what it felt like.
Oh, I didn't feel that way. I did not feel like it was that. I mean, I noticed that it was long, but I did not feel like it was.
Yeah, it didn't feel like it was actually long. It's like I looked at the clock and I'm like, holy cow, this is long. But when you were watching the matches, it went by kind of fast.
Yeah. This Stadium Stampede, number 2, because the first one was last year. It was between the Inner Circle and the Pinnacle. I'll give my thoughts at the end. Wrestfriend, let's start with you.
Can I take a bathroom break?
Take a bathroom break.
Oh my God.
This is what happens when you ladies make me bring the bottle.
Okay, Wrestfriend.
Oh, I thought you meant that you hated it so much you had to go take a bathroom break.
To your defense, Wrestfriend, we were the ones that suggested that you take the bottle in with you.
Yes. First of all, you guys are very bad influence. I cannot hang out with you guys. Brittni, when you come to Chicago, I think I'm going to have to go to bed at 10:15 p.m.
Aww.
Otherwise, you guys are very
I'll still be up, Britt. We could be out.
Yeah, okay, perfect. I'm a night owl. Let's do it. You guys know I was like, oh, what's the latest we can do this?
Yes, you did. She literally did say that. That is so true. Okay, I'll be right back.
You take your bathroom break, and this would be a great time to get a word from our sponsor.
Oh my God. And here is a word from our sponsor.
Perfect. And then I'll just edit it back in.
Brittni, you could repeat that. A word to their sponsor.
Oh yeah, can you say it, Britt? Go ahead.
And a word from our sponsor.
Oh,
I love it.
I'll be right back.
Before we took a break, I said that I would give my comments at the end, and then I said, "Take it away, Wrestfriend." So we're back here again. Take it away, Wrestfriend.
She had to remind all of you. Okay, Stadium Stampede. I was not very hype about it, just because it's the Inner Circle and the Pinnacle. There's so many boys on there that don't seem very interesting to me. They're not interesting to me. Okay, I'm just gonna be honest.
Okay.
But I was like, okay, this entrance that the Inner Circle had was pretty fucking cool. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah.
Whatever they were doing with cables, I don't know what that's called. With the fire, I thought it was a really cool entrance. I'm like, okay, I'm hyped, right? To be honest, I went in this with, and I shouldn't have, but with the thought this is gonna have to be better than last year's Stadium Stampede, which I enjoyed. Again, maybe just being biased. I'm a huge Elite fan, whatever. But the entrance, definitely, I was like, okay, this was an amazing entrance. And then it started, and there was a lot of like, okay, just beating each other up in different rooms. Everyone had their assigned partner, like Jericho had MJF, of course, and Wardlow, of course, had, what's his name? Jake Hager, right? I'm sorry, I don't care for him, but Wardlow had Jake Hager. I mean, you know, it's just what we expected, right? Sean Spears and Sammy Guevara. And then, okay, so everything was a little bit predictable, but I'm like, okay, they're just beating each other up. To me, the coolest part of this match was just seeing the offices, like, you know how Jericho and MJF are in all these different offices in the Jacksonville Stadium, Daily Place. There you go. I'm sorry. I thought that was the cool part. Other than that, I was just like, man, to be honest. I know a lot of people really enjoyed this whole Stadium Stampede, but to me, it was just like, man. When they went to the ring, I was very relieved because I'm like, how are you going to have a live crowd and just show them a movie, right? So when they went to the live crowd, I was like, okay, this is great. I'm glad they're doing this. My only thought was, I hope the Inner Circle wins, just because I don't know if I'm ready to see the Inner Circle as not the Inner Circle, because that's the only way they've kept Jake Hager with Chris Jericho, or even Sammy Guevara wasn't even a part of it anymore. Next you know, he's back. I think Santana and Ortiz definitely deserve to have their own spotlight, but I don't think this was the time just yet. So I am happy with the results, the end results, but the whole thing was met to me. I definitely think 2020 Stadium Stampede was better than this year's.
Britt, what did you think?
I actually kind of liked it. I usually don't like where they like hang around in different like areas of the place with no crowd or anything like that. I usually don't like that because it's like kind of silent and kind of weird, and they're just like, I don't know. But this one, they went from each room, kind of like you said, you didn't like how they had each little partner. But I don't like how at the beginning they were all in the stadium and they're all just like hitting each other, and then all of a sudden Hager has a guy in the fire. Did you guys see that? It's like, and then someone goes, "What's going on over here?" Like little things like that are funny, but then like I like that they broke off and everyone kind of highlighted each other. But Jericho and MGK, whatever. And why am I saying Machine Gun Kelly? MJF.
MGK.
Machine Gun Kelly was in the crowd. And oh my god. Oh my god. The guy, I'm not even gonna say because I know I'm gonna fuck it up again. Anyway, that was really cool. And oh my god. I can't do it. Okay, anyway. Little annoying Burberry boy.
Could you say Max? Yeah.
Okay. He like it was just funny with like the rolling in the chair, rolling him out. He flipped over, fell into a table. That was really cool. The help from the coaches.
Yeah.
I thought that was funny. Like Jericho took the laptop and he's like, "Thank you." And he smacks him. I did not like that little like nightclub scene.
That was weird.
That was so weird to me.
It was like the lighting was off and it almost felt like a B movie.
the music, the
Like,
way that everyone else was acting like they were just talking while they were fighting. Are you kidding me? Really?
I was like, I thought that was probably the weirdest one. And then also was Sean Spears. I thought that like him in the chair room was kind of like, I was like, okay, this is kind of cool idea. And then once he like only used like 3 chairs that were sitting out already, I was like, why do we have all these other chairs? You could have like grabbed them and like threw them.
Yeah.
I was like, you could have utilized all these chairs. He's a chairman. So like, I just didn't feel like some people utilized a lot and some people like didn't. And I feel like they could have done better.
Yeah.
In some parts, but yeah. And then I like Jericho coming out. One thing that I kind of like think it's cool for us to be watching at home is how Jericho was up at the top and like, you know, did all that. But then I'm like, as a fan sitting in the bottom, you're like, oh, I can't see what's going on. But then it looks cool for us because we can see everything.
Yeah.
And then I'm glad that they did come down
eventually.
And eventually, I thought that was great. But they did use one thing I've learned about like AEW is that they utilize the entire like around the ring a lot of the time, which is like not to be comparing it to WWE, but I've noticed they usually stay in the ring.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And so they did, which I know this is a stadium thing, but that's another thing I've noticed. So they did use a lot of the stadium. They used back of the house. They used some random house that Sean Spears came out of for some reason. What the heck was that? Did you guys see that?
I don't remember.
I don't know. Maybe I'm making up it in my head, but it was like, I was just like, there's so many things that they use. And then the guys went in the elevator. I was like, this is pretty good. I was like, they used the whole place. Yeah. And I thought it was really awesome.
I agree with both of you.
Ready for you. I'm ready for you.
So I don't think that it was as good as last year's. Mm-hmm. And I feel like there's no way that another Stadium Stampede could ever top the Inner Circle versus the Elite. And I think that match worked because we were in a pandemic and like everyone was watching from home, right? Yeah. But now that you have fans back, I feel like if you're going to have the Stadium Stampede match, you need to have the fans in the same stadium where everyone's fighting. Like have it like, you know, like an indie wrestling show that has like, that's in a football field, like literally have, you know, people fighting in the crowd. And I get it. We can't do that right now because of the pandemic. Like we're still recovering and stuff, but they did have some really cool spots. I did like the elevator spot, the chair spot with Sean Spears. I think they could have done so much more with that. It looked like he was gonna do like some Beyonce choreography, like because he was like getting ready with all the chairs. I was like, okay, we're gonna single ladies performance or something. And then, you know, they didn't really do anything with it. Yeah. We got the golf cart again with Sammy Guevara, which it's cool, right? But like we've seen it so many times already. I did like that work that Sammy and Sean were putting inside the ring once they got there. I thought they were doing so well. The chair shot that Sammy gave Sean, I was like, wow, like really great stuff. I am glad that Sammy did get his like chance to shine in the ring or whatever. But then it was so like, I couldn't believe that everyone else of the Inner Circle was like nowhere near the ring. Like Sammy won and all of a sudden all of them all together casually came out, you know,
singing Jericho's song.
Yes. And it's just like, oh, man, I don't know. I think it was a miss. I was entertained though when I was watching it, but I was just like not invested in some like people fighting. Like I could really care less about Santana and Ortiz fighting FTR in the nightclub. Like Wardlow, I like him as a wrestler, but like against Jake Hager, it wasn't working for me. Yeah, that's how I felt about that.
I don't know, maybe because to me, Santana and Ortiz stand out the most out of everyone. I don't know if it's because they're Latinos. I wanted more from them. Also against FTR because I am a huge fan of FTR. When they were in WWE, whenever they were given the opportunity to showcase what they can give, to me, they took that opportunity and they gave us their all in WWE. And now in AEW, of course, to me, they're amazing, right? And then they put them against someone like Santana and Ortiz, who are also amazing. And I'm like, I really wish they would have put the spotlight on them four. Because to me, them four are the stars. It's not Jericho. To me, it's not Jericho. To me, it's not MJF. It's not Sammy Guevara. To me, it's Santana and Ortiz and FTR. So I really wish they would have given them more of a I don't know. I feel like they got the worst.
Yeah.
What do you call it?
Like
segment. I guess.
Yeah, they got the short end of the stick.
Yeah, because they did get that really awkward club scene, which was really awkward and weird.
The awkward shot part was weird to me.
The awkward what?
They took the shots together?
Yeah.
Yeah, they did take the shots. Which, to be honest, to me was like, okay, solidarity, but then what, you're gonna fight each other? Like,
but is that alcohol, is the alcohol like a promotion? Like, because they like zoomed in on the name and I was like, what is going on? Is this like a plug or something?
I didn't notice that.
I don't know. I didn't remember the name. I just noticed. I was like, this is kind of an odd thing to do.
Yeah. Well, it didn't sell you, that's for sure, because you don't remember the name.
Yeah, didn't work. I just thought it was weird as hell.
It was not Bella Radici or what? What is it? What is
Bella
Radici?
Bella Radici.
I don't know, but I really do wish them four would have gotten the spotlight. But also, to me, Sammy Guevara, Sean Spears could have been more, just because they are like the younger ones. You know, Sammy Guevara has so much potential, but I don't know. I think that whole chair thing was a little weird. I get it. Sean Spears, he's following the storyline when he hit Cody Rhodes with the chair right in the head. You know, he's like, okay, now I'm this guy that just randomly hits people, you know, who gives crazy chair shots. But nothing happened there. I don't know. That was really weird. But I did enjoy it was entertaining. Right. I just definitely do not think it was better than last year's. That's it. I didn't think it was main event worthy.
Yeah, no, exactly. I feel like they should have ended with the triple threat.
Triple threat.
Yeah.
Yes, because I'm pretty sure Cassidy. I was gonna say Cody Rhodes. Oh my God, Orange Cassidy got a huge.
we're messing up here.
I'm a little, you know.
Oh man, yeah, they definitely should have ended with that triple threat match because Sean Spears right now with the chairs. I get it, the chairman. But I feel like he's taking it the step too far. Like, my guy, I get it. You don't need all those chairs. It's like Cody Rhodes, the American Dream. We get it. You don't need to come out so patriotic. I feel like you're overselling us on this.
I wish Hangman Page sold us more on the Hangman.
I cannot with you, Wrestfriend. And I feel like that's why also last year was so much better. We got Hangman on a horse. Like there was a horse running in this field. Matt Jackson did I don't know how many flips from one side of the football field to the other. Matt Hardy was like reincarnated like 4 times in the water. I guess it was also the people who were in the match that really affected it. I don't know. Maybe the chemistry just wasn't there. I give it a 6 out of 10.
Yeah, it's like lackluster, but it's okay, and but that chair shot with Sean Spears gave to Sammy was really good. Did you see it? The chair actually went over Sammy's arm and it cracked it in or whatever. And I was like, I was like, oh man, I was like, that's cool. But yeah, it's like what you were saying about Cody Rhodes and everything like that. You oversell us on something and that's not really special anymore, or it's just overdone. And I completely agree with that.
Right. I mean, I am also over MJF trying to prove himself that he's better than Chris Jericho. Of course, you're bringing in Chris Jericho right now. You're younger.
Yeah.
Right?
That's all he needs.
Chris Jericho can't do the things that you can do, MJF. We fucking get it.
Yeah. We get it.
Wrestfriend, but the knee pads, did you see his knee pads?
And his
knee pads?
MJF.
They were the marca Wrestfriend, okay? Only the top notch.
Only the best.
Only the best, yes.
And I think his pants had like little rhinestone dots in it.
Okay, so his jeans, I wanted to talk about his pants because I had some of those when I was like 12 years old. My mom would only buy me like bedazzled, like only jeans that had like floral prints or like Wrestfriend. I know you know what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
Because I don't know if like your mom's like picked out these outfits, but
I used to have some.
They were like bedazzled everywhere. And like, I'm traumatized by these pants now. Like, I'll see these out there and I'm like, nope.
Their outfits for this stadium stampede were killing me, dude. I was like, this is all over the place. I'm like, these guys don't.
I know. It's like they were trying to be like cool biker-ish. But then again, I know. I get what you guys are saying.
Have you guys seen Riverdale?
Yes.
So, you know, the Southside Serpents, they're like a gang friend in this
with
town.
their jackets.
And they have like all leather jackets and they try to look cool.
Mm-hmm.
And this is what I feel like the Inner Circle thought that they looked like. And they didn't.
They did not. Theirs was like kind of like messy and like weird and like had tons of extra crap on it. And then I don't know, their outfits were all over the place. I'm like, AEW needs a stylist.
They overdid it. Yes. I feel like,
maybe the Young Bucks need to help them out, or maybe they did. Maybe that's why they don't like outfits.
No, I feel like if the Young Bucks would have helped them out, at least they all would have been like coordinated, right?
Yes.
Yeah, they would have all been matching. That's for sure.
Perfectly matching.
I feel like somebody sent them the invitation and was like, okay, wear black and leather, and that was it. Those were the requirements, and everyone went to the thrift shop and picked out their best outfit.
I mean, they're all very different, you guys. We have Chris Jericho, who, first of all, he's from Canada, and then he grew up wrestling in WWE. And then we have Jake Hager, who I don't give a shit about his background, and I don't even know either. And then Santana and Ortiz, who are from the hood, and they are from the Indies. Very different, two very different people, right? Latinos. First of all, because they're loud, so they're Latino. And then Sammy Guevara, who is a Latino in white boy disguise. So very, very, very different people. I've always thought the Inner Circle was very random.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So like I said before, I definitely cannot wait for Santana and Ortiz to get their own spotlight because they are not like Jericho, they're not like Guevara, and they're definitely not like Jake Hager. Because they're two very proud Puerto Ricans from New York. Who I don't know, they definitely, I'm so sorry,
I hear a kitty.
Yeah, he's crying. Let me let him in. But
he wants to give his opinion.
He wants to give his opinion on Santana and Ortiz.
He's like, I don't like the pants either.
He's traumatized by the pants.
Come on.
Oh baby.
Oh, Wrestfriend, now you gotta pick him up and we have to show him.
Yes.
Come here.
Baby. Oh. I love animals. I hope you don't either.
Here he is.
Oh, hi, grumpy boy. Look at his eyes.
Look at his eyes. He's like, oh my God.
He's like, oh.
It's my baby.
So cute. Squishy.
Thank you.
Super cute.
But I agree with you on Santana and Ortiz. I feel like they get lost in the Inner Circle.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, for sure. I think they deserve their own spotlight. That's what I'm gonna keep saying.
And it's so weird because like this is the problem that I had with WWE. Sorry, I keep bringing it up, but it's like that they keep making tag teams out of like random people when you already have good tag teams.
Yeah.
Yes. So my problem is that they got a tag team and they put them into a group of 5 or 6 guys. Yeah. And I'm like, you should have like got some random people that aren't in a tag team because now these guys are suffering and they're lost when they could be used in the tag team matches.
Yeah.
No. And I agree with you. That is so true. Why are we having the Young Bucks versus Jon Moxley and Eddie Kingston? I understand that Moxley and Kingston are very good. Their promos are amazing, right? But they were definitely just put together as random when, first of all, we were hoping for Sami Callihan to come and be with Jon Moxley. And then we got Eddie Kingston, who is amazing, but they weren't a tag team before. So yeah, I definitely understand what you're saying, Britt.
Yeah.
I think Santana and Ortiz, I hope Santana and Ortiz get the opportunity later on to showcase what they can give as a tag team and that they could be amazing champs. I would really hope they're the ones that take the championship belts from the Young Bucks.
Oh.
Yeah. I want everyone to have their spot.
That's true.
So I completely agree. I would love for them to as well.
Yeah.
Yeah, we just want everyone to shine. We want our faves to have that opportunity at least.
I want everyone to be happy.
I know that. And you know what? I mean, can we all agree that AEW has very good people? Like they've got very good wrestlers who can, a lot of these wrestlers would be amazing champs.
Yes. Yeah. I was telling my dad because, you know, I bought this pay-per-view and he has Peacock for WWE. It's all he really watches. And I was like, Dad, you need to watch these matches. They're incredible. There was like 2 that I was like, eh. But I was like, you need to watch these. These are so good. He's like, well, who's in it? I'm like, it does not matter.
Yeah.
I was like, they're so great. I'm like, you know, like people, like 4 people, but I was like, it's so good. You're going to love it. But yeah, I completely, that's how it is. I have to make him watch it after this.
I hope he does. Please let me know if your dad becomes.
He will. I will make him. I will make him.
Okay.
So overall, this pay-per-view, I think, was very good.
Yes.
For what I thought like I was gonna get, I was surprised that it was so good. Best friend, what are your final thoughts on this pay-per-view?
I think this pay-per-view was great. I went in watching this expecting not too much just because I didn't want to get let down.
Yeah.
As a huge AEW mark, I am an AEW mark, you guys. I go to the gym and I wear a Young Bucks t-shirt or like Hangman t-shirt with my AEW bag that I got at C2E2. I'm a freaking AEW mark. I'm not gonna lie, I love AEW. So I did go into this with low expectations just because I didn't want to be disappointed. But I thought it was better than I expected, except, like I said, for the Stadium Stampede. I was expecting way more from them. Yeah. But overall, I thought it was great, especially just watching it and wishing I was there. Because a lot of these people, a lot of us have not been to a show since last year.
Oh, man. Britt, what are your thoughts?
I agree. I completely was not thinking that it was going to be as great as I anticipated. I was like, okay, maybe gonna be so. I'm like, I don't know. But yeah, the crowd added a lot to it. All the matches were fantastic, except for, like I said, like two. And it's Cody and Anthony.
She said, and I'll tell you which ones they were.
And I'll tell you, Miro and Lance Archer, I was not a fan. So, but overall, everything else was great. And I also loved the ending of, even though I like Jericho's songs sometimes, like there's two. Yeah. There's only two that I know for sure. But I like at the end how the whole crowd was singing and it like brought everybody together. And I was like, okay, this is such a nice way to end a pay-per-view. We had such good things about like the returning people like staying. And then we also had new people like Jungle Boy. So I feel like everyone was kind of showcased. And I don't know, I'm really shocked that I like this pay-per-view overall. Like that I felt like maybe like 90%. I liked it.
Okay.
Yeah.
There's some matches here that
I'm happy. And also I haven't watched like AEW in a little while because I've been working full time. But I was like worried that I was like, am I not gonna know who some of these people are? Am I gonna get lost in some of these fights and these matches? And then I watched it and I was like, I didn't really need to know. I was like, these were, I don't know how to explain. You guys know what I'm trying to say?
Yeah.
No.
I'm like, it's like you didn't have to really know to enjoy.
Yes.
You didn't have to know a lot to enjoy it.
I get that, and I try not to talk about it as much because I don't want people to be like, oh, well, you're just being biased because you're an AEW fan. But to be honest, AEW brings a lot of that like indie feeling where you can't really predict what's gonna happen.
Yeah.
Because they really are giving it their all in the ring because they're allowed to give their all in the ring. Unlike WWE, who I love so much, I love all my WWE superstars, but a lot of them have scripts and they already know what's going to have to happen in the match, or they already know what's going to have to happen in the show. A lot of the stuff is very predictable because it's very what do you call it, staged.
Yeah. And
I think that's the difference between the two, between AEW and WWE. Tony Khan is more of a go do what you got to do in the ring and showcase what you have, and Vince McMahon is, we have a script, do what the script is telling you.
I know we always say how Vince McMahon's like, what's best for business or whatever, but I honestly
think best for business.
But I think it's Tony Khan is living more by that saying than Vince.
Yeah, I totally agree. Agree.
But yeah, you could see like in Miro's face and like that, like even when Mox had this at the beginning, they have that spark and that fire in their eyes that they like, you can tell like they're, I don't know, like when they're in WWE, you can tell they're being restricted. Yeah. And then now you could definitely see it in Miro's face. I feel like in that match that he was like, hell yeah, I get to finally do what I want.
Yes.
Or how I want it.
And also I heard a lot of I want to say Luke Harper, what was his name? John.
What are you talking about?
What's his name?
Who?
Luke Harper.
Yeah, but who? What? Are you talking about Machine Gun Kelly again?
John
Huber?
Moxley passed away.
Oh,
Huber. John Huber.
Oh. I was like, what are you trying to say?
I was just thinking Luke Harper, but I heard a lot.
Why did you just say Brody Lee?
And I'm sorry, Brody Lee. Okay, I'm sorry, but I heard a lot of his interviews, and then people, when he passed away, a lot of people talking about him and how he talked about the difference between AEW and WWE, and how he definitely had way more creative freedom in AEW. And I see that. Not that I'm not a fan of WWE anymore, I grew up watching WWE. I love WWE. They're the ones that got me into loving wrestling, right? But not that there's AEW. It's definitely something different. We don't have to hate on another over the other.
Yeah.
But
you love them for you love them for different reasons.
Yeah, I think and I think that's what makes us all different. Some of us do like the theatrics, and some of us do like what's going on in the ring, different works in the ring.
Yeah.
And I think that's okay. I just wanted to put that out there. That it's okay to love whatever the fuck you love.
Yeah.
Tell them, Wrestfriend.
Wrestfriend, I know. I'm sorry you've been wanting to talk.
Sorry. Yeah, we were just chit-chatting.
No, I said what I had to say.
You can say more.
I want you to say more.
Yeah, you always have great takes on things. So say more.
I think it was a good pay-per-view. I liked it.
Okay.
What did you hate
it was
about it?
Cody Rhodes.
Right. Cody.
Oh, poor Cody. And I was tweeting at him. Like, I loved, you know what we did, Wrestfriend, that was good yesterday? Like, you took over Instagram and I took over Twitter.
Yes.
And I think people were very confused as to, like, who was running what. And I loved it.
Yeah, because I definitely didn't slash Teddy any of them.
Yeah, and I didn't slash Edie, and I think that's what we gotta start doing. Funny. People are gonna be like, "Was this Edie? Was this Teddy? Who was it?"
Yeah, you gotta do a Bella thing, like dash N dash B.
Dash N dash B. I know, for real.
You have to.
Oh my goodness. Well, Brittni, thank you so much for joining us on this episode.
Thank you,
girl. You are invited everywhere, all the time.
Good. I'm just gonna show up all the time.
All the time.
All the time.
Please. We are waiting to see you at All Out. If that's a possibility, who knows? But where can all of our Wrestfriends follow you on social media?
Instagram and Twitter at Brittni Sacco.
Brittni Sacco, who is the best Wrestfriend favorite here. And Wrestfriend, where can all of our listeners get follow us on Instagram and get our merch?
I almost spilled my wine, but I didn't. Let me finish this.
She said, let me take a sip before I tell everybody about our lives.
That was the last sip. You guys can find us on Instagram, on Twitter, at Wrestfriends, Facebook at Wrestfriends, Spotify, Apple Podcast, wherever you listen to your podcast, the Wrestfriends podcast, we're there. Also on our Instagram and our Twitter, we have our link on our bio for our merch, for our podcast, for our YouTube channel. Anything, wherever you guys want to find us, Twitter and Instagram, our Twitter and Instagram bios got you guys.
Yeah, so we got you. That link tree literally saves lives.
It really does save lives because it has the links to everything. I use that. I use our link tree all the time because I don't know where to go.
Here at Wrestfriends, super
professional. She just said it all.
Yes, she's like, I don't know where to go, but like, okay, this is what I do.
But yeah, I still kind of don't.
I am the COO. I am the Triple H of this company, but I do not know where to go.
But we forget our passwords every other week.
Oh my gosh,
all the time we forget our passwords. I'm always texting Edie like, Wrestfriend, did you change your password? And she's like, no.
And I'm like, what was the last one we used? Oh Lord.
Oh my gosh. Well, and then when you do that thing where you like enter your password and then they're like, when you were requesting another one,
you can't use the same.
Can't be the same. I hate that. That always happens to me.
Freaking hate that.
It's tragic. All right. Well, guys, this has been a great episode again. Brittni, thank you so much for joining us. And we will see you guys next time. Bye.